have the power to make your world better. But this fight is mine.
Hello guys, King Suit back in our figure review to reviewing the Transformers 1 Prime Changers Alpha Trion. This one is once again a figure I meant to review a long while ago. I'm trying to get before I review anything new that I have, which I do have a good amount of new stuff to review, I'm going to try and review all the old stuff that I said I was going to review a while back. That includes the Space Wolf figure. Actually, that's it actually. I really only have him, the Space Wolf figure that I need to review, and after I'm going to review 3 other figures. But enough of that, let's go and get into the actual review. First I want to go over is the sculpting, in which they did a great job. He looks almost, I'm not gonna say one-to-one like in the movie, because there are a few things, like for example, he isn't, you know, like worn out. He isn't freaking, like he doesn't have parts of him that are ripped off, or he isn't fully broken or anything. He's like restored, like a restored Alpha Trion before he got older. But or I guess before Optimus and D16 found him in the mine, or in the, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna stop trying to explain it. But they did a great job. The paint looks great. It's out of all the figures, out of all of these Prime changes, this one has some of the best paintwork that I've seen on these little guys. Not the best paintwork I've ever seen, but like out of the 4 Prime changers that I have, this one's pretty good. Only because it's all glossy, kind of. Like it's kind of glossy. Like you can see a little bit of your reflection in it. I'm gonna try and zoom in a little bit. I can. Like so. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's a little bit glossy. A little bit shiny. I probably messed it up because of all my fingers touching it, but it's a little bit glossy. A little bit of light reflecting off of it. None of the other figures did that. So I'm glad that the paint is a little glossy on here, shiny. Filter Robots in the Skies would love this figure then. It's all shiny. But that's really it for sculpting, besides, well, the face. I do like his blue eyes. They look great. But besides that, that's really it for sculpting. Let's go and get into size comparisons. Here he is next to Core Class Optimus, Bumblebee, Studio Series Megatron, and Siege Optimus. Okay, now, so we get into his accessories. Which first, he has this cool looking blade, which kind of looks a little weird, but you'll see why it looks like this. Just plugs into his hand, like so. Get him to some pretty cool poses with it. He also comes with this little shank or knife, little energy knife. Once again, plug into his hand, like so. He looks pretty cool with them. And what's accessories if you can't pose them? In which he has a pretty good, decent amount of posability. He has a ball jointed head. You can look up that far. I don't know if y'all can see that. You can look up that far. Look down, not at all. Swivel full 360. If you tilt the head up, it can swivel full 360. Without that, it can swivel that much to that side, that much on the other side. Next, his arms are on ball joints. They can go out that far. They cannot swivel full 360, sadly, because of the cape. But if you move it, you can get the full range. His elbows are on swivels. Swivel full 360. His elbows are on hinge joints. They can hinge up to 90 degrees. And there is another swivel here for transformation. There is a 360 waist swivel. And a ball jointed hips, in which they can kick to the side that far, kick up that far, and if you, well, I'm gonna start off with if the cape isn't moved up, it can kick back that far, but if you unhinge the cape, you can move back a lot more. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Well, let me check that. They move up a little bit more. There is a lower thigh swivel, which can swivel full 360. And a knee joint, which goes to 90 degrees, along with a joint at the foot. I guess a heel joint. I forgot what they're called. Ankle pivot, yeah. It's an ankle pivot, which is great. But yeah, that is it for posability. Now, let's go and get into his transformation, in which it's pretty unique out of all the figures, out of all the I almost fell. Out of all the Prime Chasers, he's one of the most unique ones. All those transformations are pretty unique for the Prime Changers. But enough of that. Enough talk. Let's go and get into the transformation. First thing you want to do is swivel the arms, fold out the feet from his hands, then fold up the heels on the back, then fold up the cape. It's on a hinge joint, and plug in that little dagger from before. There should be a little peg hole. Just peg it in this part here, like so. Then peg that whole entire thing in. Fold it down, like so. Next, put the arms in position. Then these little purple parts on his legs are on hinge joints, which you're going to want to unhinge that to where it hinges in, like so. Then fold that leg down. Do the same thing on the other leg. Wants to cooperate. There we go. Like so. And then there is a peg hole on his behind over here. Peg, there's a peg here. Just peg that in there. Here you have it, his beast mode. Actually looks pretty cool. Looks pretty accurate to the movie. I'm probably gonna put a picture right next to it if I can find one. Let's stop this little turning table. That way y'all can. Side by side, which you'll probably picture there, looks pretty accurate. They did a great job on the beast mode and the robot mode. But yeah, that's it for the review. I'm gonna try and post more. I'm actually technically already did, but well, not really. But like I said, I have one more old review left, and after I'm gonna start reviewing a few new things. I have extra figure arts review to do. Got a lot of other figures to review. I'm excited to review them for you guys. If you guys like the video, please like, subscribe. Well, you guys have a great day. King Studios signing off.
You have the power to make your world better. But this fight is mine.
Standing on business, ready for revenge. It's the sweetest victory.